I'm joined by Kyle Balgames. Welcome, Kyle.
How are you?
Raja Suleiman with Orzov.
Max McVitie.
Congratulations, Brian to Mars.
Zach Allen. I wouldn't be here without these guys, though. So.
And the champion of Pro Tour counter-attack here, Ari Lax.
All right, welcome everybody to Making Magic Happen, brought to you by RAW Hobbies in Livonia, Michigan. I'm Zach, and today we are playing a brew. I call it Esper Starfield. It's a Starfield of Nyx deck, which is a weird one, but it is a 5-mana enchantment that says at the beginning of your upkeep, you may return target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. And as long as you control 5 or more enchantments, each other non-aura enchantment you control is a creature in addition to its other types and has base power and toughness, each equal to its converted mana cost. So, I'm putting this in the Making Memes Happen series because, well, I played Doom Foretold at the Oko Pro Tour. For those that don't know, the Oko Pro Tour was dominated by Oko, so it's called the Oko Pro Tour. It was like 70% Oko. And Oko had a 70% win rate still, which is just not reasonable at all. It's completely absurd. All right, I get it. I probably shouldn't have played Doom Foretold there, but I don't regret it. The deck was fun. I had a good time. I think I went like 9-6-1 or something, so I still did all right. But yeah, probably should have played Oko. But, you know, it is what it is. So we're making Doom Foretold happen. And we're going to be using Starfield of Nyx. And Starfield of Nyx has some sweet stuff going on in this deck. So I want to try it out, see how it plays, see if it's good or not. I'm playing a Yorion deck. I got 33 lands, but I have 4 Bertham Elitis, so kind of like 37 lands, which is about half the deck. I also have Omen of the Sea to make sure I hit land drops. I'm playing Teferi and Narset because they're just good, and then Thoughtseize because it's also just good. And then basically everything else in the deck, or I guess Supreme Verdict is removal. But then everything else in the deck is an enchantment. And that means I'm going to be able to, like, you know, play a Bertham Elitis. It hits its last chapter. It sacrifices. I gain 2 life. Play Starfield of Nyx. Next turn, the Birth comes back. Starfield of Nyx has a really sweet thing with Sagas, too, where it triggers in... Like, it brings it back in your upkeep, it triggers, and then it hits its second stage right after your draw step, which is kind of cool. So I, like... We'll get a plains and a wall like the turn the Birth comes back from Starfield. And same thing with ECD. Like if I bring back an ECD that sacrificed Elspeth Conquers Death, it'll exile something in my upkeep and then go to second chapter really quick after I draw. So it kind of functions as the, you know, Thalia tax effect, but really it gets to the third chapter really quick so I can bring back one of these Planeswalkers. So that's going to be good. I also have Shark Typhoon, which is a really nutty card to have in play, but you never actually want to cast it. You really just want to cycle it. But once I cycle it, I just have this really powerful 6-mana enchantment sitting in my graveyard that'd be awesome to bring back with Starfield of Nyx. So the other thing we have going on is Doom Foretold. Doom Foretold puts people in a lock where, like, I have to sacrifice my own permanents, and I will be sacrificing, like, Omen of the Sea, Bertham Elitis, whatever. But then the only way opponent really gets out of it is when they then sacrifice their own stuff to Doom Foretold. Or, like, they just put nothing in play, then Doom Foretold pops, it goes in my graveyard. They discard a card, I draw a card, Doom Foretold goes in my graveyard. Next turn I can bring it back with Starfield and Nyx and just leave them in this, like, Doom Foretold, they're sacking stuff, or discarding cards, or I'm drawing cards. Just this really sick value engine lock. So, it seems like this deck is doing some sweet stuff. Whether it's good or not is still very much TBD, but I want to try it out and see how it goes. So, let's battle a little bit, let's see what happens. Alright, we're here for game 1. I'm going to reveal my Yorion. I would like to have it as a companion. Alright, we can't cast the Narset with this hand, but we have early removal into Teferi, and hopefully Teferi can find us a blue source, so I think this is a keep. Seems like a fine hand. I'm going to play the Godless Shine tap, because it makes all the other lands come into play easy, so not a difficult decision there. Spirebluff Canal, so presumably like a Phoenix deck, maybe Maybe like a blue-red prowess. Stonecoil Serpent. Ah. Okay. So, this is going to be the, Ensoul Artifact deck. That's the word I'm looking for. Ensoul Artifact. So I really just want to attack their artifacts. That's what I need to do, is just keep their artifacts off the table, and making them sack a Stonecoil is going to be quite good. Hoping they don't follow up with another Stonecoil here. I would like to bounce whatever they play this turn, given any choice. Ooh. I can bounce their land. That's kind of sick. Oh my gosh. Yeah, oh my gosh. I get to just bounce the Darksteel. So Stone Rain plus get rid of the Ensoul Artifact? That's disgusting. I apologize ahead of time, opponent. I didn't mean to do you this dirty. Because this is, in fact, quite dirty. Well, hello there, friend. Yup, let's send that right on back. Yup, Yes, sir. I'm going to send that home. There's the Shark Typhoon. All we need now. Oh, baby. All we need now is a sweet, sweet little thing called Starfield of Nyx, and we're going to start Shark Typhooning our way to victory. Okay, another Soul Artifact on the Darksteel Citadel. I get it. Believe me, I do, but yeah. Oh, there's the Starfield. We have done it. We have done it. So now I need to decide what I want to do. I think it's pretty unlikely that I'm going to get... So I could put Yorion in my hand this turn, and then next turn Blink Trial to make them sack the Darksteel Citadel. I think it's too likely that opponent has another play here, and that's just not going to work. So given that, I think I'm much more interested in just cycling the Shark Typhoon, getting this engine set up, hoping to hit another blue land at some point here. If they don't... Okay, they will attack Teferi. That makes sense. I think attacking Teferi there makes a lot of sense. No reason to chump. The Teferi thing just isn't going to work out. I really just want to hit a land drop so that I can get the Shark Typhoon engine going. That's really what I'm looking for here. But I do have a chump blocker next turn to buy me some time with this Starfield. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good spot for us. At some point, I will be able to blink this. That's not like a this turn thing. Okay, so they have another Stonecoil. So yeah, the Yorion play just was not going to work out there, and that's fine. That's fine. All right, let's cycle this. Make a sweet little 2/2 here. Hopefully we draw blue mana. That would be... Okay, that's blue mana. That works. That works. So... Alright. I could play Narset here and try to find, like, a Verdict or something to buy me more time, but honestly, I think that's not the way to go here, and I just want to get this Starfield in play and start kind of going off. Yeah, just... Oh, man, this is going to be so good. This is going to be so good. Just get to buy back a Shark Typhoon in my upkeep and just start making flyers with Narset. That is going to be so good. Oh, baby. This is how you draw it up, folks. Talked about the combo, and then right away, it's just there for me, ready to go. It just feels so good. It just feels so good. So I could block the Darksteel Citadel this turn. And honestly, this is a deck that plays Shrapnel Blast, so I think just protecting the life total is a really big deal. And I'm just going to have a bunch of chump blockers for the rest of the game based on just having a Shark Typhoon in place. So I think it's a pretty easy chump block there. And yeah, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We are doing the thing. Let's go. Oh, hello, Starfield of Nyx. Yes, I would like to bring back my Shark Typhoon. Thank you very much. Oh, that's another Shark Typhoon? That is indeed another Shark Typhoon. So, ooh, I think I'm going to start with Narset here. I would like to cycle the Shark Typhoon, but I still think I just need to get a 3/3 in play here. And hopefully hit something with Narset to just make another chump blocker. That'd be pretty nice. Are they countering it? Counter unless I pay 3? Oh, that would be pretty bad on my part. Alright, looks like a Metallic Rebuke. Alright, yep. I'm not going to pay for it. I am going to put Yorion into my hand, however. So yeah, I do feel like I kind of got punished for this. Maybe just casting Shark Typhoon was the better play here. I don't know. I think that one's kind of close. But I have a chump blocker again this turn, and if they want to trade off their Stone Coil, that's not like great for them. Maybe they like have a removal spell. But yeah, I mean, opponent certainly has. They have attacks here, but they're not like insane. They're just like good. Okay, skilled animator is kind of a problem. I'm gonna be honest. That one is kind of scary. So now I am taking 8. I could trade with the Stone Coil and just take 10. That probably is the best play. I think that probably is the best play here, honestly. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the best play. I am in range of Shrapnel Blast now, kind of, but they're sacking a creature this turn. Yeah, they're going to sacrifice a creature this turn from the Yorion Blink. I could just cycle the Shark Typhoon if I want to shock. Going to 5 is a really big mistake, though, I think. And I don't know what they sack. If they sacrifice this, then it doesn't go great for them. Maybe I'm supposed to play Narset again. I think that's not the case, though. I think I'm just supposed to play Yorion, honestly, and then just get a land into play tapped. That's what I'm going to do. I think that's the best play. It just gives me a blocker and makes them sacrifice a thing, which is just the best thing I have going on here. They don't have a lot happening. And none of their sacks are particularly good. So, yeah. I guess I'll blink all the things. It doesn't really matter, but I might as well. So, yeah. I guess they sack this Darksteel Citadel. That's probably the best thing to sack. I don't know. That's a tough call from the opponent's perspective. I will chump block with basically everything next turn. But if they sack Skilled Animator, then they also lose the... Okay. Well, that's interesting. I wouldn't have thought... Maybe they just have another Skilled Animator. That would make sense. But then that means they don't have Shrapnel Blast, so... Okay, Ornithopter is not something I'm particularly scared of. And, oh, Seagate Wreckage. So they get to start drawing cards, but they're not doing damage to me this turn, which is what matters, because now I get to get the Shark Typhoon going. Yep. Yeah, so easy, I mean, clear chump block here. I don't even... There's just not even a decision to be made. We will be chump blocking. But that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind chump blocking here. They're just going to have such a hard time grinding through sharks going forward that I think this is just all okay. This is just all okay. And now I get 2 blockers next turn. I get to cast my Narset. We'll start by casting Narset, see if we hit anything particularly good. And then I'll also cycle to make a 2/2 and then get to bring it back in my next upkeep. Also, hitting like a Teferi off Narset would be insane here. I get to bounce the Darksteel Citadel. And then they're just left with an Ornithopter and a Blade. A Ghostfire Blade. We hit... Ooh, a Thoughtseize. Another Narset's not bad. Another Starfield's not bad. I do think it's just supposed to be the Shark Typhoon, though. We get to start kind of going crazy. Thoughtseize, definitely not Thoughtseize. I think it's just Shark Typhoon here. I think what's going to happen here is I'm going to make a 2/2. I'll probably do some chump blocking somewhere. And then... yeah, I bring this back, and the next turn I just hard cast the next one. And I just have like 30 enchantments in play, maybe. Ooh, Ginger Brute's not good. You don't love to see Ginger Brute, because now I am dead to a Shrapnel Blast. They can equip, give it like the haste thing. Oh, wow. Wow, that is really unfortunate. Those were like the perfect 2 draws from the opponent. That is... Oh, man, come on. Oh, so this doesn't... Wow, they just had lethal. They could have just equipped and I would have died. Okay. So this doesn't look great for us, but we actually have a chance now, I guess. We probably shouldn't have a chance, but we do. Opponent just had lethal and missed it, I guess. Well, when you have lethal and your opponent misses it, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. So we need to find a way to win right here. Okay, Teferi kind of helps, right? Does Teferi help? Can I find lethal next turn? I don't think I can. I need to kill the Ginger Brute. I'm going to have to kill the Ginger Brute. So, if I just cast Shark Typhoon, all my other enchantments become 5/5s, but it just isn't lethal. I need to find a way to deal with Ginger Brute, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm just low enough life total that they just equip Ghost Fireblade and I die. Ugh, man. Alright, well, let's start by minusing Narset, see what we can hit. A Bertha Miletus. Is that good? I don't think it's going to do quite enough. I don't quite think it's going to do enough. So, what does that mean? Man, it's frustrating because I can deal 18 to the opponent here. I could deal 18. I guess I start by playing Teferi. Make some 3/3s. So if I bounce Ginger Brute, I'm still dead to them just replaying it. If I bounce Ornithopter, it's not great for me. They missed that they could equip Ghost Fireblade last turn. I can't like bounce Ghost Fireblade or anything. Man, if I had one more life too, I could actually bounce and then Thoughtseize them, and that would give me a shot. So what can I hit here? I think I start by bouncing Ginger Brute. This gives me the biggest chance of winning. If I bounce Ginger Brute and hit like an Oath of Kaya, I have a shot. Oh no, Verdict did it. Oh no. Oh, mistakes were made. Oh no, I was supposed to bounce Darksteel Citadel. Oh no. Tilt. Well, that is in fact a tilt. We kind of threw there. That's really unfortunate. I actually drew my out after opponent missed lethal, and then I missed it. All I had to do was bounce Darksteel Citadel, and we had it. So that's unfortunate. That is quite unfortunate. Now the question is there anything I can do here? Oh, no, I don't have... Oh, yeah, I just, like, way didn't have lethal. Because Starfield's not a creature anyway. Yeah, I wasn't even close. I don't know what I was talking about. Well, I have lethal next turn. Maybe... I mean, opponent could miss it. Opponent could miss it. It's really frustrating, too, because if I plussed... Yeah, I just like a day late and $1 short on just very many axes here. Oh, boy. Well, maybe they didn't see the Ghost Fireblade last turn, so maybe they won't see it this turn. I don't know. Seems unlikely, but maybe. But maybe. Okay, well, they saw it this time. That is unfortunate. Ah, we should have won this game. We should have won this game. That hurts. That really hurts. That's annoying. So many ways we should have won that game. Alright, well, not a big deal. We get to bring in some pretty good cards. I don't think Starfield of Nyx is super important. It doesn't feel like a Narset matchup. Thoughtseize also, I think, is pretty bad. Doom Foretold also strikes me as actually quite bad. I'm going to bring back in a Narset and a Starfield. I like having 2 Narsets. I don't want to go heavy on Narset, but I think having 2 is fine. I still have 5 1-mana plays, so it's actually more than I had before. I also could see a world where I cut a Bertha Miletus. Oh, man, that hurts. That game was so close. Alright. This hand's Oh, I should have probably cut Elspeth Conquers Death. That card's really bad against him. Alright, well now we know for game 3. Now we know for game 3. It does hit Skilled Animator, so maybe it does something? Question mark? I do have 2 removal spells though, which is good. I mean, that's a good place to be for sure. And this is probably like a tapped Godless Shrine, Trial of Ambition, whatever they play, into bring Yorion into my hand and to hopefully play Yorion on turn 4. And kind of hoping they have a Skilled Animator draw, honestly, so that this does anything at all. Because I'm not hopeful that it will at the moment. Not very hopeful. Bowmat. I don't like Bowman. Not a Bowman fan. Alright, what does opponent have here? Ooh, Teferi. Okay. So now, yeah, now my play is pretty scripted. I think this is a pretty easy play Trial of Ambition. Next turn, I'm going to Teferi bounce basically anything they play. And then the turn after that, I will Fatal Push plus put Yorion in my hand. And then hope something happens there, I guess. I don't know. Steel Overseer, huh? That's fine. Ooh, drawing a second push is quite good. You'll take that. You will, in fact, take that. I could just push here, but I want to be more mana efficient, I think. And also just getting Teferian under counter spells means they can't counter it. Like, they might have Metallic Rebuke. And drawing that land there's nice, too. Now Narset's castable. Yeah. So now we've put ourselves in, and we can cast the ECD if it comes to that. Okay. So if Steel Overseer is the play here, we're pretty happy with that. We got a push lined up for it. We got, a plus to the Teferi. You can put Yorion in the hand here. And just be set up to make him sack something next turn, which is great. Which is, in fact, great. Alright, we're going to push this now. No reason not to, let them try to get counters on something. I could maybe try to bait them into it, but why do that when I could get the sweet F6 value? Whew. So now they really need to play 2 things here to get past Yorion plus Trial. And it's unclear whether they can. Okay. Insol's okay. It kills Teferi, but now they're going to lose their land to Trial. If they have, blue land plus Mystical Dispute, this is bad. Okay, they just don't have a land. Alright, well, that's probably the game then. I will fire this off, and that should be just about all that was written. Just about the only thing written there. This is going to come back. They're going to sack their Darksteel Citadel. They're just left with 2 lands, no creatures, 4 cards in hand versus a 4/5 already in play and a Fatal Push. And I in general will draw better than them. I have better. Okay, yep, that's the game. I was gonna say I have better things to draw. Okay, so we managed to sneak that one out despite leaving ECD in, which was probably a pretty clear mistake, honestly. Do I want, Thoughtseize on the draw? I could see an argument for Duress, too, honestly. I think Duress would be totally fine. Narset on the draw is a little less enticing. I think I am going to take Duress. They have, Ghostfire Blade, Shrapnel Blast. There's a lot of things you can Duress. I actually like Duress. Yeah, Duress is good. I think I'm going to go down on a Doom for Doom for Told's okay. Doom for Told's okay. Maybe I cut a Narset. Nah, I'm gonna run the full 3 Duresses and only 3 Doom Fortolds. That could be wrong. If you gave me an argument that 3 Duresses was too many, I could buy it, but I think Duress is gonna be pretty good against them. There's a lot of times where you're kind of living in fear of a Shrapnel Blast, and that's actually a pretty good counter to it. Well, here we have our hand with many Duresses. Oh, man, if this was a 2-land hand, I would snap it off so quick. It's not, so I think we need a mulligan, but, man, it's a tough mulligan. Okay, this hand's pretty bad, but I think I need to keep. This hand's very bad. This is weak to a lot of things. Yeah, this hand stinks. You don't love to see this. And they're going to get a ton of value off the Beaumont too, which just really stinks. I guess I do have walls coming, so that's good-ish. It's good-ish. It's good-ish. But yeah, this isn't good for me. Definitely not good. Although, I'm not getting in Soul Darksteel Citadel, so that's good. Although, in Soul and Beaumont is real bad. Alright, well now I'm kind of just praying to draw a removal spell here. Any removal spell to do, a trial would be great, a push would be great, even Verdict would be acceptable. Okay, Kaya works. Kaya works. I can play with Kaya. I can play with Kaya. So I'm going to take damage here for sure, but I'm going to get to gain 2 back, so I'm going down to 9 and then kind of like a pseudo 11, and I can exile the Beaumont with Kaya. So I mean, they might like have a counterspell here, and that would be bad. But the way they're playing, Mystical Dispute doesn't do it. So that's good for me. They kind of need it to be like Stubborn Denial, which would do it. But okay, so Stubborn Denial is gonna get me, but Mystical Dispute won't, because they can't cast it. And if I get Disputed here, I mean. The other thing we can do here is I could just play another Birth and then plan to chump. I think that's reasonable. And then I can resolve Kaya with a Mystical Dispute back up next turn. But they do play Stubborn Denial. I think they're more likely to have like a bunch of other things. I'm gonna take the safer line and play around Dispute. I think, or Stubborn Denial. I think maybe that's bad, but I think given that I have this wall, you can make an argument for it being okay. I don't know. I'm playing a dangerous game here. If they have a removal spell for my 0-4, I'm in a lot of trouble, but they might not. They might not. And then I get to cast Kaya with Mystical Dispute. And, okay, so they didn't do anything. That is good for us. That is good for us. Okay, Ghost Fireblade. Not something I'm scared of. And yeah, now it feels like they really have Stub, because they didn't equip. I mean, obviously they weren't going to equip, but now it feels like they really have Stub. Which, if that's the case, then I think we played this excellently. I would say we played this excellently. That would be my conclusion if they have the Stub here. They might also just be leaving up a pop, which, you know, isn't the end of the world for me by any means. Oh, well, I can also just Verdict here. It's possible Verdict is better. I would buy that. But I would still rather leave my wall in play, make them kind of overextend into the Verdict next turn, and just get Kaya in play here. So let's do that. Let's slam Kaya and ask how opponent feels about that. I imagine there will be a Stubborn Denial right here. And we'll Mystical Dispute it, and then the opponent will concede. Look at that. Look at that! That's a stubby D! Oh, that's a stubby D, and we played around it so perfect. Oh, shame. Shame that one didn't work. Oh, that's tough. That is tough for the opponent. That is real tough. Yep, I'm going to exile the Beaumont. Goodbye, Beaumont. Goodbye, my friend. Oh man, that felt good. That felt real good. Not even gonna lie to everybody, that was something. That felt nice. That felt real nice. Whew! Whew! That's a Doom Foretold. Hello, Doom Foretold. Hello. We're back to 13 too, so we're pretty far out of range of Shrapnel Blast, which is good. I think there's an argument to not play Doom Foretold here. It's kind of like trading a Kaya for a Ghost Fireblade. Although, yeah, I'm just going to play Narset. If they have a dispute, they dispute it, and that's what that is, but just totally fine. Just totally fine. Great, they had a dispute. So I could have played around it with Doom Foretold, but honestly, like, we're in a pretty good spot. I'm not that worried about it. Not that worried about it. You know, there's actually a real argument for me just... Yeah, I maybe screwed up that turn. I think I was supposed to minus Exile Ghostfire Blade and then Doom Foretold. But here it's like, if they play the 1-3 that makes this into a 5-5, I'm just going to snap off the Supreme Verdict. Then opponent will be left with 3 land and 3 cards in hand. And no artifacts. Versus a Planeswalker. Okay, so it looks like they're leaving up Mystical Dispute to me. Or maybe Metallic Rebuke. They also showed us Metallic Rebuke. So I do just want to hit their artifacts. I want to do that. Just let them know that artifacts aren't part of the game plan going forward. I want them to be aware of that. And this feels like I'm getting hardcast Mystical Dispute or hardcast Metallic Rebuke based on the way they've played, but, like, that's fine. Opponent needs to make a play that progresses their board. You can't be countering my spells from behind. That's just not a winning game plan, you know, a large majority of the time. And I'm, like, you know, this is a deck that plays Stubborn Isle and Metallic Rebuke and Mystical Dispute, so it does make sense that they're getting them out of the way while, you know, while I can't, or, like, can't pay for them. But, like, yeah, what does this do? This just gets eaten by Kaya. It just doesn't do anything. Yeah, they don't even attack, because, I mean, you probably should attack there, but, oh, maybe this is signifying that they have, oh, that is a fine draw, if I do say so myself. I will eat your Bomat Courier. Thank you. Kaya has been a house this game. That play around Stubborn Denial was just absolutely brilliant. I mean, I'm sure y'all are sick of hearing it, but it ended up being just extremely good for this game. Kaya's eaten 3 permanents. It's just so good. So good. We get to put a 5/5 in play here. You take that. You do take that. So now opponent really needs a Ginger Brute to kind of just have a shot against Kaya. And yeah, if they didn't have the Ginger Brute there, gonna be tough. Gonna be tough. Because now we get to start pressuring them. They have all these counter spells they keep holding up, and that does not beat Shark Typhoon, as it turns out. Welcome to the storm, my friend. Welcome to the storm. Oh, they conceded. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, we're back for game 2. Playing against Captain Killam. This hand has awkward mana, and we're on the draw. I still think it's a keep, though. It's a pretty good hand. Given we're on the draw, like any basic land makes this hand great. Blister Pod. Okay. This is going to be a tough matchup. That was the basic land that made this hand great. Perfect. I can't go Birth of Meletus into Narset with this hand. So the question is, how bad is that for me? I think that I'm not super incentivized to play Narset anyway against this deck. I mean, it's fine against them. The having all these sack cards against the Sacrifice deck seems quite bad for me, though. I'm going to be honest. I do have Grafdigger's Cage in my sideboard. Only 2, though. Kind of wish I had made room for the 3rd. Oh, Priest is not good for me. Certainly not good. Teferi's good, though. Good little turn 3 play here. No! Oh, we got it. Oh, thought I'd have 6 through that. That would have been bad. I mean, I don't necessarily need the planes, but you would like to get it. So, Coco here, maybe? Opponent can play a creature, sacrifice 2 of them to put to Coco. Probably just play, yeah, they'll probably just play like a Woe Strider. Play a 3-drop. That makes some sense to me. Get in for 1, sure. Sure. I buy it. Alright, we'll take the wall. We will take the wall. So this doesn't enter play untapped, so I should go towards Drowned Catacombs for the time being. I'm going to put Teferi in play. Opponent's board is terrifying. We need to find a verdict stat. We need to find a verdict very quickly. So hopefully we can do that. It's interesting here if they actually make me sack. I think they probably will, just so they can pressure Teferi, but I wouldn't say it's, like, great for them. Yeah, I'll sack my wall. But they will be able to get Teferi off the board here, so that is good. And I guess they can Coco next turn. So that's also good. Oh, they sacrificed so I didn't draw a card. Interesting. That is very interesting to me. I would have assumed you just take that into your hand, but maybe their hand's just so good that doesn't matter. Interesting, though. I would not have guessed that was the play. Ooh, Catacomb Sifter. Don't love to see that. You don't love to see that. So we will be taking some damage here. We will be taking some damage here. But we get to gain some life, which is good. Alright, I'm going to play this again. I'm going to play another Drowned Catacombs. And I think I'm supposed to Doom Foretold here. I just need to get stuff off the table for them, which is tough because they're going to get some scries. But I think I need to do this. Yeah, so I do have a nice little trick where with the Doom Foretold trigger on the stack in my upkeep, I can sacrifice... Okay, that's scary. Oh, they can't bolus the Citadel. They're short black mana. Oh, never mind. I lied to you. I have lied to you. I am getting Bolus's Citadel'd. Okay. Oh, no big deal. I can beat this. Alright, I'm going to lose to this. Need to draw a sweeper exactly, I think. Need to draw a sweeper exactly. Oh, just Coco off the top? Sure. No big deal. Okay. I am actually just dead here. This is really absurd. Oh my god, another Coco? I mean, I am actually just dead there. They just have enough sacks that they're just going to cast like 100 things. And I needed to draw exactly Sweeper, which we didn't, but it's okay. Alright, Kaya is good. I think Push is good. I don't love Doom Foretold against them. I think it's like particularly bad. The sack effects all kind of stink, if we're being honest, but also I think I need to accept that and just like have them in my deck. Yeah, I think Narset's pretty bad. We're gonna try this. ECD is actually good against this deck. It hits some of the things. Bolus's Citadel is just a really dumb card. I should definitely have 3 Grafdigger's Cages, I think. It would also help against Winota. I think I'm just being dumb not having 3 Grafdigger's Cages, honestly. Well, there's a Grafdigger's Cage in my hand with a Thoughtseize. This hand's great. This hand is actively great. I'm just going to lead on Isolated Chapel. Oh, Fabled Passage for Swamp is probably better. Yeah, I'll Fabled Passage for Swamp. Then I at least get to make 2 plays next turn. Probably Fatal Push. If they play like an Elf, I will definitely Fatal Push it. Even a Goose. Yeah, we'll Fatal Push that. Play Cage, probably. I guess I don't need to play Cage. I can Thoughtseize first. Which I guess I probably will do. Then next turn I can go like Omen. Okay. Perfect. So their hand has a Vraska Golgari Queen, a Collected Company that gets turned off. So yeah, we take Vraska, our Cage sticks, and opponent is in a world of hurt, as they say. So I'll go ahead and push this now. Just cut their mana down. Opponent's sitting on Collected Company, Blister Pod, Zulaport, Woe Strider, and a Blood Crypt. I imagine this is a Zulaport. Yes, it is. Fair enough. Ooh, I can't actually Glacial Fortress here. That's fine, though. I guess I just do this instead. Just get rid of this Zulaport before it does too much. Get a nice Oath hit here. So I imagine opponent's going to play Woe Strider next turn. They have to have drawn a land, but I feel like based on what they were playing, they probably did draw a land. So yeah, they'll probably play Woe Strider here. That's fine. That's fine. Not super concerned about it. We have the Grafdigger's Cage to turn off all the cards that really matter. Ooh, and a Trial of Ambition. Trial's pretty good. So I think I'm going to lead on Cage. Trial I'm going to save for when they sacrifice the goat to Scry, I believe. I do think there's an argument to put Yorion in my hand now, too. It's slightly more mana efficient, and I think I will do that. Just make the mana efficient play. I'm going to need Yorion to win this game. I'm going to need the resources, so I think this is fine. And yep, there we go. They sack the goat because they need to kind of find something here. Coco is turned off. Yeah, they've got a goose, and they'll probably play a blister pod here, but like, none of those are great. So we know they have a Coco that doesn't do anything. We do know that. We do know that. Okay, so now I'm quite happy here with the way we played this, honestly, because we get to have a very mana-efficient turn. Get a Tathland in play, pay no life. Ooh. Hello. Both of these seem great. Both of these seem just absolutely excellent. Actually, Starfield's not good. I'm lying. I don't want Starfield. I do want Kaya, though. I will top Kaya. Put this in play. Yes. Oh, Kaya actually isn't good because of Wowstrider. I need to deal with Wowstrider, I guess. I will make them sack, though. I just want to start attacking their resources. And the good thing about this is that Yorion next turn gets to blink Oath of Kaya, kill this, makes them sack another thing. So I kind of like where this is going. This deck maybe has 2 ways in it to get rid of a Grafdigger's Cage, and we already thought seized one of them, so they can't have that many ways. They're kind of just on the beatdown plans, but that is just never going to work against Yorion, like killing 2 things and drawing a card next turn. There's just no world where this works for them. Ooh, Shark Typhoon's nice. Take a Shark Typhoon. Alright. Yo, Ryan. Do your thing, man. Let's blink all of these things out. Okay. So I want them to sack after I kill Wowstrider. So I'm going to stack the triggers in such a fashion where they have to lose their Wowstrider and then sack. And also this can't escape because of Cage. So that's not even like, you know, something they have going for them here. I got enough black. I will take a Glacial Fortress. I think Glacial Fortress is fine. No, you know what? I'm going to bottom. I'm going to bottom. All right, and push is even better. Push is even better. Perfect. So yeah, now opponent's in a tough spot. They need to find Vraska or the game is over, basically. And if they do find a Vraska, we're going to be like the other way in a tough spot. But unless they find a way to answer this Cage, I just don't see them winning. I just think that's going to be too much to ask. They don't have attacks. Kaya's going to start ticking up and just eating stuff out of their graveyard too, which is nice. So I guess I just leave up all my colors, put Kaya in play. Alright, they have conceded. That makes sense to me. That makes sense. So, Cage is really good against that deck. I feel really stupid that I don't have more, but having one in that hand was quite nice. How do I feel about Duress against them? It hits all the cards that I really care about. I think it's good. I think I should probably have it. I think some of this is kind of medium. Starfield seems kind of medium. Birth on the Draw is kind of like, eh. I could also see cutting an ECD, honestly. ECD's fine. Not great. I almost, like, want an Archon just to, like, have a way to pressure their life total in case they do start Citadeling me. I could buy that. I could buy that. Maybe the sack effects are just too bad. Maybe I cut the Oaths. Bring back in an Archon, maybe 2 Archons. I'm going to start to get to a point where Archon gets a lot worse because I don't have enough enchantments. But I think this is maybe okay. Yeah, I think this is okay. I'm going to cut 1 Trial. The sack effects are just bad. I mean, they were fine there, but like they like killed a blister pod or something. They're just not very good. I'd rather be Oath of Kaya-ing and ECDing the things that really matter. Hoping that I have Cage or discard spells. Oh, this hand is not good. This hand's not very good. It's really slow. It does have a sweeper. No Cage, though, so I'm like weak to Citadel. I'm going to keep and just regret it horribly, I think. The sweeper is just good enough. But yeah, I think this is going to just... Oh, wow. And I got Thoughtseize? Yeah, I'm just dead. I am just dead. That's bad. That is very bad. Well, so the thing going for me with them Thoughtseizing here is that it's not actually synergistic with their deck. They're doing it because they need it to beat Cage, which makes sense. But, yeah, my hand is really bad now. Real bad. Okay. Put in Watery Grave. Go. At least with them Thoughtseizing, it's a slow start, so maybe Archon does something. I really need to draw, like, a Birth of Meletus here would be awesome. Birth would be amazing. Birth off the top one time. Dealer, not land, Birth. Oath of Kaya. Oath of Kaya plays. That plays. It's not perfect, but it plays. Certainly not perfect, but it does play. Okay. Woe Strider, little annoying. So now I can't really use Oath on anything and get value out of it, but like also I get Priest off the table, which I think is what matters here. So gonna do that. Gonna do that. Yep. Yep, we're gonna do that. And we're gonna have to try to set up to Yorion, I think. I think that's the way we do this. So I don't gain the 3, but my life total's not really under pressure yet. So that's okay. And at least my Archon is protected now from some crazy stuff. Okay, and they didn't shock. So they don't presumably have Coco in hand, which is quite good. They could certainly have like an Assassin's Trophy or a way to answer this Archon, which would be bad for me. Definitely. Ooh, Verdict. That's interesting. That is interesting. So... Huh. What does this mean for me? I still think it just means I'm playing the Archon. This is the type of thing where, like, like I said, I need to start pressuring their life totals so that I can beat Citadel, because I just can't have them casting 20 spells, and this lets them do that. There is a real chance that next turn I attack for 3, and then... Okay, yep, I got Trophy. That's pretty bad. So I have infinite white mana. I think it's easy blue. Blue's the color I'm missing. I got 2 Godless Shrines. So I'm kind of hoping they play another creature here. Okay, Midnight Reaper was not the thing I was hoping they would play. Very much the opposite, in fact. Because they're going to get to draw 2 cards, which you don't love. Now I need to ask... Oh, Oath of Kaya. Oath of Kaya is good. So I get to Oath. Oh, wow. Going crazy here. I get to Oath and put Yorion in my hand. And now I have, like, Cycle Oath going with Starfield, which is kind of good, I guess. I don't know if that's actually good. There's actually an argument here that I'm supposed to... and they just topped. Oh, that's really bad. I feel like I'm getting Citadel'd here. I feel like I might be getting Citadel'd here. Well. I'm going to put Yorion in my hand. I have the Verdict at least as a cleanup if they have like a good Citadel turn. There's a lot of ways that can go horribly wrong, obviously. And they are going to play Citadel here. So I need to hope they don't have a 6 Citadel turn. Need to hope they hit some lands before they hit a bunch of creatures, because Woe Strider kind of... Oh, okay, that's good. That is good for me. That is quite good for me. Huh. So I could just Verdict here. Ah, man. think I'm supposed to play Yorion. I just need to get something in play. I gotta start pressuring their life total now. I really gotta do this now. Just exile that, yep. Play this tapped. So I gotta hope they don't go off, but at least I'm getting rid of their scry engine now, which I think is important. I think that's important. Getting a little bit of life. This deck... Are we casting a Coco? This deck doesn't play very many lands, and they have a lot in play, so it's not super likely... Okay, Catacomb Sifter is good. They don't have a sack outlet to get a ton of scries, though. They do get a scry here to make mana, though. Which... They bottomed, and they got to cast Liliana and Zulaport. If they take their life total too low, though, I actually have kills here. Okay, they're passing. You'll take it. Take it. So, what is my play here? I think I'm supposed to attack. I want to just make sure their life total stays low. There's a lot of ways this can go really badly for me. A sack outlet is atrocious for me. Like, just actively awful. But Starfield and Nyx coming into play gives me hope, I think. It's not great, but it does give me hope. Because now I get to kind of like Oath of Kaya cycle, and I can start doming them. So even if they have like a turn where they do some stuff, like they need to kind of kill me this turn, which isn't necessarily super easy through like being at 12. And they only have 5 life to work with. So the pressure in their life total has been pretty effective. What is this? 5 mana play? Distended Mindbender? This feels like Distended Mind... No. Oh, Escaping Woe Strider. Oh. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Now they actually probably have lethal, right? Yeah, now it feels like they have lethal. Ugh. I missed that. That's on me. So not lethal yet. Okay, now we're like very close. Okay, that's probably lethal, right? That is lethal right there? No, they're one creature. Okay, now it's lethal. Man, that stinks. I have them dead in my upkeep, too. And it was the Liliana having lifelink thing. Oh, they can just sack 10 thing. Oh, yeah, that kills me. That will kill me. Yeah, I missed the Woe Strider thing. I guess I'm just supposed to Verdict there. Just attack and Verdict. Starfield looked really bad there. That's tough, man. That's really tough. Alright, on the die roll for round 3. I got a medium hand, but I think it's a keep. Very medium, though. Need to draw a land. Definitely need to draw a land. It's actually interesting what I get here. I need black mana to cast this, blue mana to cast this, and white mana to cast this. I think the answer is blue mana, because that makes this come into play untapped at least, where like I would go black otherwise. But then it lets me cast both of these, whereas black mana doesn't let me cast either of them necessarily. So I'm going to Fable Passage for Island on turn 1, and we might be just cycling the Shark Typhoon naked on 2, just draw a card. But if you got to do it, you got to do it. And we will. Urks is in the tank. All right. Yep, I'm going to play this. Pass. All right, let's get some island action up in here. Nice. Land? Land? Okay. Omen. Omen plays. I'll take an Omen. Better than cycling Shark Typhoon, that's for sure. Definitely better than cycling Shark Typhoon. Wooded Cemetery. Okay, so the Aristocrats deck again. Kind of feel like maybe I should have some more pieces for this deck, but here we are. The 2 Grafdigger's Cage not cutting it, I guess. So I am just going to play Teferi and bounce this. I just want to keep them off the board. And just kind of cycle through my library, look for some black mana here. That's what we're doing, is looking for black mana. But black mana here would actually make Doom Foretold not stink, so that's nice. So hopefully we can hit that. I assume we're playing, yeah, 3-drop. Okay. So black mana would be amazing. Not black mana, but also not the end of the world. So if I shock this in and pass, opponent's going to think I have Supreme Verdict, would be my guess. And then maybe try to play around it. And that could lead to me getting to Shark Typhoon and eat the Scion, which I would be happy to do. They'll get a Scry, but at least I get some value out of it. There's also a world where I get to save my Teferi, which may or may not be worth doing. I don't know. But we'll find out. We're really looking for black mana here. I imagine they attack here and... No, they both came here? Alright. Well, I would rather kill their Scion and let Teferi go down. So we're going to do that. We are going to do that. Ooh, that's black mana, though. Does that change it? Do I want to leave Teferi in play? I still think I don't. I still think I'd rather have a Shark for next turn. I think that's better. I can also just ECD the Catacomb Sifter if they, like, make a marginal play here, which I think is kind of interesting. Although, I still think I'm more likely to Oath of Kaya something plus play Omen next turn. I think that's the most likely scenario here. Main phase Coco, huh? Alright, really not respecting Llanowar Visionary. Ooh, interesting. Well, that's really annoying. Huh. Okay. So now we got multiple black manas. So ECD's out. Don't want to ECD specifically because then I am left with no answer to Citadel, which I think is pretty likely to come down next turn if we're being honest. So I'm gonna play Oath of Kaya. I just want to hit their mana here. I think that's the way to go. The question here is, would I rather attack? I think I am supposed to attack, even though it's not great. I do think I'm supposed to attack here. I'm not really protecting anything. And we're just kind of looking for a sweeper at this point. I would like to cast a sweeper next turn. That would be ideal. Another Llanowar Visionary. Man, that card is really good here. Holy cow. Kind of shocked more of the decks aren't playing that, honestly. Still would love a Verdict. Where you at, Verdict? Where you at? These aren't Verdict. Very much not Verdict. Well, I definitely don't want Isolated Chapel. The question is, do I want Birth? I think the answer is that I don't. Although it's not terrible. I think that I'm just going to bottom. I'm just going to bottom. Okay, and then we drew 2 straight lands that we didn't want, so that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Do think I get black mana here. And I'm going to play a Narset. And then probably put Yorion in my hand. No, we'll Teferi, I guess. It's probably slightly better. Bounce one of these guys. Alright, Trial's in general pretty awful. So really hoping they don't have Bolus's Citadel here. The odds they have Bolus's Citadel are quite high. But I'm hoping they don't. Really hoping they don't. Would be sweet if they did not. And what are we doing, opponent? Doesn't feel like Bolus's Citadel. Doesn't quite feel like that yet. Maybe they're setting up to like just blow me out with the next turn. That is possible. Although it doesn't feel like it yet. Plague Crafter. Oh, that's annoying, I guess. Goodbye, Shark. Oh, I can sack a Planeswalker. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to sack Teferi. Teferi's the worst one there. And now I have blocks to save my Narset. Could get a Zulaport off the table. So it doesn't feel like they have Citadel. I think I was just way dead to Citadel. Citadel's a really dumb card. I don't... they've printed some cards in the last year and a half that have... there's been some questions about them. I don't know, man. A little tough to get behind that one being okay, but it is what it is. So I do think I am supposed to lose my Shark here and save my Narset. That strikes me as the best thing I can do here. Okay, Teferi's actually pretty good. Let's see what Narset delivers. A Doom Foretold. That's not very good. So, I think the play here is get Doom Foretold going, maybe? Question mark. I could also bounce Oath of Kaya and just kill a Zulaport, which I think is totally reasonable. I think that's going to be the most reasonable thing. Play this tapped and play Oath on a Zulaport. Just make sure I can stay alive. And next turn I can Yorion. Blink some stuff, which is pretty good. I like kind of have an out to Citadel, although it's not great. It's not a real out, but it's kind of an out to, by like ECDing. So there is that. Sifter. Okay. Again, if I drew a verdict like at any point ever, it'd be really good. It would be very good. So I get to at least... Oh, they're kind of doing a lot of work here. I get to gain 4 life, and they lose 4 life if they kill my walkers. So Oath of Kaya being kind of strong. Kind of strong. And I do think that I am Yorioning. Maybe. Maybe not. No, I think I'm probably Yorioning. It definitely depends on how they attack. Let's see how these attacks get made. I would like to kill the Zulaport. The Zulaport's the thing that's really scaring me here. Okay, so I'm essentially taking 1 and losing my walkers, but that's fine. Oath of Kaya dealing damage to them too is relevant. They are probably a Bolus's Citadel deck. I would guess. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but I would guess that's the case. Man, can I draw a Supreme Verdict once, please? Please? Verdict! Birth of Meletus. That's not a verdict. Okay, I'm gonna put Yorion in my hand and cast Yorion. I guess. Yorion does kind of do something here. Gains me 3 life up to 16, kills a Zulaport. I get to look for Verdict, which I am desperately looking for. Okay, I hope that... Okay, it did work. Alright, very good. I think if I can find a Verdict, I have a very good shot of winning. But we need to find it. Zulaport. Need to find it. They just have so many scries. It's like, how are they not going to find Bolus's Citadel? On the bottom. Okay, I like that. I like just seeing a bunch of bottom. Verdict. Definitely don't want either of these. We want Verdict. Verdict! Yes! And I will take these. They seem good. And then the question is, what am I bottoming? Or one card on the bottom. One card on the bottom. It's good. Question is, what am I discarding? I think it is Birth. Although Birth's not bad here. Maybe it's just this Trial. Trial seems pretty bad, honestly. Yeah, I'll discard the Trial. It seems like the worst one. Seems like it might be the worst one. Did we draw Citadel? No. That's good for me. That is good for me. They are doing all the attacks. Okay. I'll block here. It leaves me with the most life. They're going to get a lot of scries. That's happening. This is they are going to scry very many times here. This is happening. I cannot stop that. But they only have one card in hand. So attack you. Then I get to Verdict. It took me a year to draw, but we drew it. They're they're drawing Citadel. That's happening. Whatever they want to draw, they're going to get to draw. They have 10, 15 scries. Whatever they want to draw, they get to draw. That is 100% happening. I don't know what it is they're looking for. They have not found it yet, though, somehow. Wild game. I don't know what's going on here. Bottom, bottom. Just infinite bottoms. Bottom. Bottom. Oh, no. Top. Okay. They found whatever they wanted to draw, they're drawing. So, presumably, it's good. Presumably, it's good. Whatever is getting drawn here. But if it is Citadel, they're only going to have 12 life to work with, which is good for me. That is good for me. They don't get to go completely nuts. I gain a little bit more life, too, so that's good. I have to assume this is Citadel. There's just no way it isn't. Yep, okay. What do we... Ugh, they immediately have Coco on top? Come on! I guess they weren't drawing these cards before, so they were probably all... Ugh. Into 2 Woe Striders? Gosh, man. You don't love to see that. All that said... If they do a lot of damage to themselves... I have lethal. I do have lethal if they just, like, do a bunch of damage to themselves. Okay. So now they, like, they have to have a Zulaport or the game is over, I think. Zulaport? Do you have the Zulaport? Skoos? Does Skoos get him back? Skoos, I do think gets him back. I do believe that will get them back in the game, which is annoying. But 3-3. I'm close to another verdict, and Citadel almost just doesn't do anything now, which is good. I guess if they eat main phase, I have them. They need to find a Zulaport, and we've already killed 2. We have already killed 2. They get to look through like their whole library though to find it. This is just so many scries. This is a very interesting spot. Okay, so they are passing. It does make sense. I do think that makes sense. Huh. So, how likely am I to hit a verdict off my first Narset? I'm not that likely, but I still think I need to make the play. Honestly, I need to find a verdict. I need a verdict here very badly. Trial of Ambition. That just was not verdict, believe it or not. Was not a verdict. So, what do I do to get out of this? I think if I let opponent have Scavenging Ooze, I die. I think that definitely happens. But I also can't kill the Scavenging Ooze. They gain very many lives if they untap. Very many lives. Oh! They have Llanowar Waste! It doesn't work! They don't gain a life from it! They can only gain 2 life! Let's go! I just totally missed it! I just for some reason thought that worked, but it doesn't! Take 3, baby! Let's go! Alright. That's a like example of getting too focused in, but you find the line. You do find it, and it's great every time. Let's go. Whew. Oh, I'll keep this one, and I will target you. Yes, target you. Let's go! Alright, so I think we got really lucky there. But, you know, you take that. You do take that. You definitely take it. So I liked ECD. Doom Foretold seemed... Well, it seemed rancid. So does all the trials, in fact. Definitely Oath. Although Oath might be okay. Do I want Archon? Archon seems okay. Not great, but okay. I'm going to cut a Narset. Alright. This is the perfect sideboarding plan. Perfect sideboarding plan found. You love to see it when it's that perfect. So nice. So nice. Alright, this hand ain't going to do it. We're going to have to mulligan. Again, we're mulliganing the cage, though, so hopefully we find one of those. And this doesn't have a cage, so not great. Also, I guess I do have black mana. This hand is awkward. Alright, so ECD I think is the clear bottom here. You know, Llanowar Waste is interesting. I would actually snap off kill this if I could. I don't think I'm going to be able to, though. Alright, that's a good draw. That's a good draw. I'm going to pass. All right. Good start by the opponent. Urborg is actually interesting. Now I don't have to fetch this. Or I guess because they have Urborg, I just fetch... Oh, this is really interesting. There's no reason to fetch Swamp. I guess I just don't fetch. I have Fatal Push in my deck, so it's probably better to just not do that. I would guess. Ooh, Kaya was a very good draw. Wow. For a mulligan, we've drawn quite well. Sacking to Scry. Interesting. Very interesting. So, I'm probably getting attacked here. Then we get a wall. I get to kill the Woe Strider. Although, I do think there's a world where I just kill Llanowar Elf instead. Main phase Company. Don't love to see that. And this deck is just so light on lands, it's just never going to miss. Ugh. Gosh, man. Even when you have a good hand like this, you just get hosed by these decks, dude. Ugh. So I do still need to hit Woe Strider, otherwise I don't gain life. And it is the unique, like, sack effect outlet, but ugh. This ain't great for me. Yeah, I mean... I'm gonna cast my Oath of Kaya and hit the Woe Strider and hope that's enough. It's probably not. But we'll see. Turn 3 Coco on the play is tough. I just should have more Grafdigger's Cages. I think I'm screwing up not doing that. So they're scrying in their main phase, so maybe we're casting a Citadel here. Feels like a Citadel. Alright, turn 4 Bolus is Citadel, yup. Okay, well, I guess I'm glad I hit the Strider. I would imagine I have no shot at winning this game at all. Yeah. Well, it looks like I should be playing Cage. Holy cow, man. This is ridiculous. Yep. Vivian Monsters Advocate? Jesus. Opponent with no chill. None. Okay. I guess if I draw another Oath of Kaya, I win. So I'll take it. I also kind of win if I just hit your... Oh, no, they can just sack 10... No, this does kill me, right? No, they only have 9... Oh, no, they can sack the Citadel itself. So I take exact lethal here. That is unbelievable. That is a turn 4 kill. Jesus. That deck is messed up, man. I guess I should, like, just this whole sack deck. I knew it's been popular before I played this, and I kind of wanted to play it, but I've been seeing it going around so much that I didn't quite do it, but maybe I should have played it. I don't know. It's ridiculous. 2 cages is wrong, that's for sure. I should probably have 3. But we get to be back on the play. And we saw, like, Thoughtseize and Citadel and Coco and Vivian. I am definitely going to bring in my Duresses now. I just think cheaper plays. That's where we're at, is I need to make cheaper plays than the plays I'm making. Starfield seems pretty medium. I'm gonna... I like Narset. I think the sack effects are just too bad, honestly. I'm just gonna have in my Duresses and cut some sack effects. I'll bring back in this Starfield, too. The trials are just too bad. It's frustrating because those are good in this deck, but holy cow, are they bad against a Blister Pod Catacomb Sifter deck. It's not where you want to be at all. Not where you want to be at all. Alright. Grafdigger's Cage. Okay, no cage, but this is a good hand. This is a hand you keep. This is certainly a hand you would keep. To lead on a duress, kind of take the wind out of their sails, if you will. They just have 2 Thoughtseizes and a Collected Company. Okay, well, I'm going to take the Collected Company. It's the best card by a mile. I imagine my Birth of Meletis will be Thoughtseized, and then probably in short order my Starfield of Nyx will also be Thoughtseized. But then I get to push. And I get to have a push. Yep, you got it. You got it. Goodbye, Birth of Meletis. Ooh, I drew Duress, so I get to take their Thoughtseize, and now my Starfield of Nyx is back! They drew Distended Mindbender. That's not a very good one to draw there, I guess. Yeah, they probably didn't want Distended Mindbender all that much. Well, now I need to get... now I need to get up to enough mana to cast my Starfield. That was an okay draw. Oh, I probably should have put Yorion in my hand there. I guess... Given that I know they have Distended Mindbender, it's probably fine that I didn't. Elvish Mystic. I'm going to push that real quick. You better believe that's getting pushed right away. I'm not getting my mind bent. Not happening. Alright, now I am going to put Yorion in my hand because I just don't have anything else better to do, but we'll see. So, they're pretty unlikely to be able to Mind Bend me this turn. Pretty unlikely. Ugh, they drew the Thoughtseize. You hate to see it. But I know their hand is Distended Mindbender and Llanowar Waste, so... That's good. Oh, man. Do I just play Yorion? It seems pretty bad. I'm not going to lie, but I think I do. I think I just want to get pressure into play so that Citadel's not a good draw for them. I think that's just the way to go. Yeah, I mean... I wouldn't say I love my spot, but opponent's hand is Distended Mindbender and something I don't know. Could be Citadel, but... Ooh, if it is Citadel, I at least got an ECD to maybe hit. I think there's an argument for just playing ECD. Although... No, I'm not going to. They could Mindbend here if it was like exactly Catacomb Sifter. Ooh, that was a good draw. Take that. We're going to bash. Don't really want that. I will take another Omen. Another Omen seems fine. I would really like a Thoughtseize here, honestly. Ask and thou shalt receive. Alright. Get to Thoughtseize whatever's in their hand here. Just a lot of Distended Mindbenders. That's awkward. That's quite awkward. Oh. Just drew mono Distended Mindbenders and Citadels. Visionary? Does that... What does that do? Does that get him to Mindbending me? No, it doesn't seem like it. Opponent's making fun of their hand. I can't blame them. It's not a great one. Not a great one at all. So I think the play here is still just play ECD. It does somewhat leave me open to some of the things they could have here, but I think all in all it's right. It just puts me in a spot where if they kill Yorion, yeah. GG's. Yeah, it puts me in a spot where if they kill Yorion, Yorion's coming back. If they don't, they have to kill Yorion this turn or it kills them. Yeah, so it was just going to make sure the pressure was too much. I could have put them to 1, but Bolus Citadel at 4 versus at 1 isn't a huge difference. They maybe get a spell versus none, but I think that was fine. Okay, so we've got a tight loss to the sack deck. I think if we had another cage, we'd be in a good spot. All right, round 4. 6 lands, Thoughtseize. Got a mulligan. All right. This hand's better, I guess. Opponent doesn't have a companion, so I don't know what I'm playing against. I think I'm going to keep and bottom the verdict and just be a black-white deck, maybe? Yeah, this could really punish me, but I guess I'm going to do this. I don't know if this is good or not. Okay, this is wild. What is this? I don't know what is happening here. I will say that much. I have no clue. I think I take Neoform? I don't know. Is this like a Kethis deck? Or a Winota deck? This is probably a Winota deck, right? What is this hand? Well, Cage continues to be like the most amazing card ever in the format. I just still wish I had more. I guess I take the Goose. The Goose is just so bad here. I don't know. Oath of Nissa doesn't seem good either, though. I'm going to take the... I'm going to take an Oath of Nissa. I maybe should have taken the Neoform. I would buy that. But if they play Goose, I imagine they're just going to Oath of Nissa here. And then next turn they Tithe Taker after they hit a land. No, okay, so if they Goose, I get to Trial, which I actually think is good. I do kind of wish I had kept the Verdict now, but I don't really have the mana to cast it, so... Oh, perfect. More black and white stuff. Oh, maybe I was right to keep the ECD then. Maybe I was right. So they just drew the land. Perfect. That's what we were hoping for. Although this does presumably mean that I get a turn to birth, which I think is good. I don't know. It's not clear. Oh, Thrabes, and they hit a Hallowed Fountain? What am I playing against? This looks like Kethis, but Kethis is banned. I don't know what's happening here. I know I'm going to Thoughtseize him, though. That's happening. You're getting Thought Squeezed. I don't know, man. Neoform, I guess. Tithe Taker. I think I just take the Tithe Taker, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what my opponent's deck does. Perfect example of playing against a deck where you have no clue what's happening. Just actual none. But I'm leaving Neoform because they might get something that kills me, and then I'll at least like find out how to play games 2 and 3. But if it doesn't like kill me, it at least is like what they get will be a target for ECD. So I'm like leaving that one to turn on the other cards in my hand and make sure that they do something. That's kind of the plan here. Okay. Blue mana, that's good. It's a good start. You'll take blue mana. I can't do anything else, so in you go, Urian. Welcome, my friend. I imagine opponent cracks Clue here. And then I'm still kind of mind blown they didn't Oath of Nissa last turn. See, why would you shock and not Oath of Nissa? I don't know. Well, they're Oath of Nissa-ing now, so we'll find out. We will find out. They got a Knight of Autumn. Well, you don't love to see that. Shocking in the Knight of Autumn. I guess you're like killing my wall or my Trial of Ambition, maybe? They know I have Yorion, so hitting the Trial kind of makes sense. Yeah, okay. I was going to make him sack a Thraben Inspector, so it wasn't like particularly good anyway, but you know, whatever. Gain 2 life. I will take that. So I could just play Yorion, but it just doesn't do anything. So I'm going to play ECD first, and then hopefully they have to play something big next turn so I can Yorion blink ECD. They probably just won't play anything next turn, realistically, or if they play stuff, it'll be like cheap stuff. No, we're neoforming. Okay. Maybe it's another Knight of Autumn? Fibblethip. Oh. Oh, that's some value. Draw 2 cards. That is kind of a lot of value. That was kind of sweet. I'm a little jealous. God, Thrabes just does everything, man. Best card in Vintage Cube. You know what? Shout out to you, Blue Duck 70. You're the real MVP. Out here playing neoforming away Thrabes. You gotta respect that. That is just baller. I don't even know what's happening here, but I respect it. Alright, my hand continues to do actual nothing. Which ain't great, but it is what is happening here. So I guess I am going to blink my ECD. It doesn't do anything, but it keeps it around for an extra turn. Because it's definitely not doing anything next turn. I don't have anything in my graveyard. I have drawn all my planes, though, which is exactly what you want in your Birth Amelia deck, to natty draw 2 of them. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, the opponent doesn't have an attack, and they've taken a lot of damage from their mana confluence. Oh, they do have an attack. Interesting. This attack can't be good, right? Am I crazy? This attack doesn't look good to me. Block. Maybe this goes into the graveyard. Is good for maybe like a reanimation spell or something. This attack looks really bad to me. Maybe I just don't know what's going on. Renegade Railier. Ah. Okay, so they get to bring back Fibblethip. Is this... Okay, so it's only if it entered from your library. So they're just trying to go to Value Town on me. I guess I get it. But, like... I don't know. If I could draw a spell, that'd be cool. Nope. More lands. Perfect. Well... At some point, I will draw a spell, and then we'll be in a great spot. I can feel it. I can feel it. At some point, we will draw a spell. Shark Typhoon would be real decent. What is this? Spellquell me? What? What is that? I guess I wasn't supposed to attack. What am I playing? This has to be like a Coco, like a Bant Coco deck, I guess. I don't know what the heck I'm playing. This is wild. Whatever this is wild. Neoform again. Winota? Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. And I guess the hit in this deck is Agent of Treachery. That would be my guess. All my stuff will be stoled. Oh no. If they take my ECD, that's horrible for me. Okay, Tide Taker's fine. Thrabes, all the value! That's so much value! I mean, I'm gonna block the 2-power thing, I guess. We're trying to race. I don't know how far we're gonna get, but we're trying. It'd be cool if we could draw a spell. That's kinda what we're looking for here is spell. Oh, another Thrabes? It's so many Thrabes. Spell. Verdict's a pretty good one. I mean, it leaves them with a bunch of stuff, but it's not bad. They get left with a 2/2 and a 1/1. I mean, it's certainly better than letting them Winota me again. That's definitely not good. No Oath of Kaya, please. How about Supreme Verdict? That's what I have. I have Verdict. No, just lands. Boom. Probably don't need to give him that information, but if I did draw, there are some draws where I would want the lands in play, like Shark Typhoon, or it could matter if I draw Narset. Probably won't matter if I draw Narset, but it could. You never know. Dude, I don't know what opponent's deck is doing. They've drawn extremely well. They had no cards in hand last turn. They're letting me draw Oath of Kaya, though. They're giving me a shot. Spell. Oath of Kaya! Let's go! They have a mana cut. It exactly kills them. Oh, let's go! They even called it. All right, I have to apologize for that one. They even have a food to crack, but they have the confluence. It's the same thing as the Lanor Waste in the last game. Oath of Kaya burn for the W, baby! Let's go! Oh, opponent. Oh, man, I am sorry, Blue Duck. Blue Duck 70, I apologize for that one. I got a version of the Thoughtseize bug. Yeah, opponent says they got Thoughtseize bugged. That's true. That is true. So, what we're learning from this league so far is essentially that at all points in all games, you just want Grafdigger's Cages, and I should maybe be main decking it. That's what it feels like so far. I don't know if that's actually true, but I definitely want the card. It seems good. Although this version has Teferi, so it's probably less good. And they also had like Queller and Neoform, so Dispute actually seems good? Question mark? Yeah, Oath of Liliana seems kind of bad. So does Doom Foretold. I don't think this is a Doom Foretold matchup. And I guess Trial's also bad, if that's the case. Do I want Archon? No, I'm just going to do this. There's actually a chance I want Oath. I don't know. That one's close. That one is much closer. That one is much closer. Okay, so we got the Trial that we said we definitely didn't want. But it's a lot better early game than it is late. So at least we have that going for us. And this hand's not bad. It's not bad. I would also not say that it is good, but it's not bad. It is not bad. Okay. What does that mean for me? I guess I'm just going to play a tapped Hallowed Fountain. Maybe I'm supposed to tap Godless Shrine because it lets me cast either of my spells next turn off planes, if that matters. But then I can't play Narset. So realistically, I'm probably just forced into like shocking Godless Shrine next turn and playing Birth no matter what. That's my guess. That is my guess. Could you not play like a Tithe Taker here? That'd be just wonderful. Or Voicer. Just don't actually just crack the clue. Just crack the clue. That's what that we would all. I would very much appreciate it if we just cracked the clue. That's what we're looking for. It's a easy little crew. Oh, Neoform, huh? Man, oh, why do you not get Renegade Railier there? Oh, it's only one more, right? Ah, one more. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So, I think I'm supposed to just keep their stuff off the table? I don't know. I have no idea what's happening here. They just drew a bunch of cards off that, so that's probably not good for me, but at least my Trial did something. So that part's good. It did something. A goose. A goose. Okay, well, you don't love to see any of this. So I could play Narset here. And then I don't immediately lose Narset, which is good. I think I am, like, pretty interested in finding Sweeper. Oh, I've committed now. I would have played the Hallowed Fountain if I was going to play Birth. So he does get to attack my Narset. So, ooh, Fatal Push, is that good? Or is Oath of Kaya better? I think I want the push. Because push can actually kill Winota where this one can't. And I mean, Winota would be horrible for me. Not going to lie. But at least like I have a play against it now, whereas before I didn't really. So that's good. That is good. Another Thraves. God, just so much value, man. I'm so jealous. God, Thrabe looks so good. Ooh, and a Teferi. Well, push looking a lot worse against Winota. Oh, they're bouncing their Thrabe. Oh, the value. It's so much value. They didn't actually get any value out of it, but, like, it's so much value. God, I'm so jealous. That looks so sweet. Okay. So we're looking for sweepers. We want to go to Sweeper Town here. I think I want to kill this too so that this Narset lives. Obviously this ain't it against Winota, but... Still think I want to go to Sweeper Town. Grafdigger's Cage. Okay. That kind of stops Winota next turn. Kind of gets me there. Turns off future Neo forms too. Teferi can just easily answer it, but it at least does something. I'm playing Starfield, it really ain't it. Oh, don't be one. Oh, come on! Why you gotta be like that, Winota? Why? And the Goose is attacking. The time for peace is over. Oh, they whiffed, though. That's good. Don't Agent of Treachery me. 2 whiffs. I'll take it. I will take that all day. And twice on Sunday, as it turns out. And twice on Sundays. Alright, we'll definitely play Cage this turn. No question about that. And we're going to look... I probably should have just ECD'd Winota, I guess. But it's fine. It's fine. And I'll play the tapped Hallowed Fountain, I guess. Now I can actually hit Teferi. Okay, so my Grafdigger's Cage is going away next turn. Maybe. Maybe. I do get a wall. Wall is good. Wall is good. Opponent is Thraben up here, so that's not good for me. The double Winota whiff has been very good. Has been very good. Alright, I'm taking 5, 17, but I get to kill Teferi here. Ooh, and Othakaya. Othakaya's good. So, I mean, I have to kill Teferi or Winota. I am definitely ECDing one of the two. I think given my options, I would rather hit Teferi maybe? That seems weird, but it is a better way to play, like, undiversify their permanents, if that makes sense. Oh, they're just gonna have a Spell Queller. Oh no, Crack Clue. Okay. Okay. Oh, Spell Queller wouldn't hit this anyway. What am I talking about? You know what? Maybe I was supposed to Othakaya Teferi. This is a tough call. I think I am gonna hit Teferi. I get really wrecked if they have... No, I'm just gonna hit Winota. I'm just going to hit Winota. I can kind of deal with Teferi with Oath of Kaya, which isn't ideal, certainly, but I can kind of do it that way. And if they just bounce the Cage here, like, they kind of need a lot of stuff here. I don't know. And they're going to start getting into, like, Confluence killing themselves range. Confluence does have a cost. So it does seem like they have something else here, but it's probably not Neoform, so presumably it's Winota, and then they get 2 triggers. Maybe it's like, no, Selfless Spirit? Okay. But if this is Winota... Oh, Coco. Okay, I don't understand anything that happened this game, but I'm gonna get another kill with Oath of Kaya. I just can't, man. What is this match? What is this league? What is happening? I have to apologize. I guess that's the reason not to play Oath of Kaya. They know. They just are resigned to the fate of Mana Confluence killing them. I did no damage to him. Mana Confluence did 17 damage. Should have used the goose. Fair. You probably should have. I don't really know about the Teferi bounce, but just what is this? What is happening? It's just Oath of Kaya burn, dude. It's black-white burn where no one knows what's going on. All right, let's try and get a 4-1 here. This is just I don't even know what this is. This is something. This is really something. Oh boy. So just all league, all I wanted at all times is Grafdigger's Cage. So note for the future, Grafdigger's Cage is broken in this format right now. It's just the only thing I've wanted constantly. Would be always great. Alright, going for that sweet 4-1. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling it. We had a tough loss. We did have a tough loss. But we've also had a lot of one-land hands, which has been kind of annoying, honestly. It'd be cool to just, like, have a good 7 once in a while, but not here to complain. Okay, well, I am here to complain, if we're being honest, but I'm not going to. Alright, we're going to keep this. The question here is what we bottom. I would actually like to bottom the planes, but it's the only thing that lets me, like, cast spells in a timely manner. So I think maybe I just bottom the birth. Yeah, bottoming the birth seems right, because what I want is to draw a blue spell, so I can go tap, drown, plains, omen, look for blue into Narset. Yeah, I think easy bottom birth here. Although of course it's gonna be like a creature deck where an 0/4 would be awesome, but you never know. You never know. Could be anything. Even a boat. Even a boat. Never forget that, folks. It could also be a boat. Stomping Grounds. Well, Birth of Melidus is generally... Okay, it feels like we're probably playing against Winota again. That would be my guess. If I had to guess, I would say probably Winota again. And again, cut the third cage right before because I needed to make room for, I don't even know, more random enchantments that don't actually do anything. Well, none of this is it. I think I'm either looking for blue source or sweeper here. Well, that's kind of a blue source. Doesn't really cast Narset, but definitely, I mean, against any land or Elvish Mystic deck. Yep. All right, Winota again. So again, Cage would just be the best thing I could ever have at all times. Just always the best thing possible. So there's that. There is that happening for me. And Voice of Tithe Taker. Sure. So Winota. Just Winota or sacrifice decks every single round. Ooh, Teferi is good, though. Teferi I will take. Teferi actually slows down the opponent, which is good for me. Because I am not beating what's happening here at the moment. The question is, do I bounce Tithe Taker or Mystic? I think it's slightly better to bounce Tithe Taker. I think it's slight, but I think it is better. I don't know if that was better or not. I think it is. And yeah, Godless Shrine was probably the worst draw in my deck there. I think that's pretty obvious. But if opponent doesn't have another land, I'll be pretty happy about this. I would imagine they're going to be like tap land plus Tithe Taker, but if they don't have another... Okay. So tap land plus Tithe Taker, and now presumably Winota's coming. Verdict! We found the verdict! Let's go! So, is Verdict even good here? I don't think it's great. I think I'd rather let them have like one turn where they play something else and then try to Verdict. That could definitely get screwed up by many things, but I think it's slightly better to do it like this. Ooh, Thoughtseize. That was the best hit by far in the deck. Nice. Okay, so they just have 20 Voice of Resurgences. Spectacular. And Elvish Visionary. So just extraordinarily resilient to any Wrath I would cast. Great. You'll love to see it. Well, I'm taking the Voice. The Angrass Marauders doesn't do actual anything, so there's that. Yeah. I guess waiting on the Sweeper was good. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but I guess it was? Question mark? I don't know. I don't know. What I do know, though, is that this is going to be a tough... Pia and... Oh, that is so much better for me than playing anything else. So much better. We'll take it. So now I can actually just ECD Pia and Kieran. And it doesn't even cost me that much life to do it like that. I think that's going to be better. I think it is. I think it's close, but I think that's slightly better. Because now I'm going to be able to get to Fairy back and bounce one of the tokens that gets left behind from me wrathing next turn. So yeah, I think that's going to be better. It's close, though. For sure it's close. Okay, so their hand is Voice Resurgence, Angrath's Marauders, and Elvish Visionary. So I'm still in a really bad spot if this is exactly the 3-mana tutor thing. Okay, it wasn't, so that's fine. That is fine. Knocking Narset off. Okay, that makes sense. I can get behind that. So I'm hoping this is a voice. Because I would like to just kill the front half now and just be left versus, you know, 2 tokens versus an Angrath's Marauders that doesn't do anything. I do think I'm supposed to play Birth here because it starts blocking the voice token next turn. So I think that's going to be slightly better. I think that's going to be slightly better. Whew. There is so many Grafdigger's Cages that would be amazing here. Also, the card Anger of the Gods would have been just absolutely insane the whole match. I could probably have Cry the Carnarium in my sideboard, and that would be amazing. There's a lot of things we could have done different. Don't hit Winota this turn, please. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Gracias. Okay, so they didn't hit... Maybe they hit something? I don't know. We'll find out. I am going to bring back to Fairy. I think it's slightly better than Narset. Because it can protect itself. Yeah, loyalty counter. Perfect. And I'm going to return the Spirit, I guess. That might come back to bite me. Yeah, I can block this for now. I think it's the Spirit. That one's close. This could really punish me. Okay. Thoughtseize is good. I'll cast it. I'm at a kind of low life total, but I'll take it. Oh, did they? Oh, they did draw the Eldritch Evolution. So they thought that they would do something, and it turns out it didn't. You take those. Alright. Put Yorion in my hand, and Hallowed Fountain, because I'm short on blue. Alright, your turn, opponent. Your turn. So they have an Angrath's Marauders, whatever they drew for turn, and a 1/1. That's what we're battling here. Let's go. Let's go. All right. We only played 2 cages, which is just a very clear mistake at this juncture. But, if we could draw it in this game, that would be very money. Just saying, that would be very money. I don't think Doom Foretold is good against all of these. It's just all creatures that sack and leave stuff behind. Where is my Anger of the Gods? I should have Anger of the Gods. What am I doing? Okay, no, we'll play through it. We're going to play through it. Do I like Kaya? I don't think I like Kaya. The rest is not good against this deck. Thoughtseize is. Doom Foretold's like, okay. Not great, okay. I think Oath is the worst card. Just the sack effects are so bad against Tideticker and Pia and Kieran and Voice of Resurgence, and that's just been the entire league. Blister Pod, Woe Strider. I'm just like, yep, Edict. I'm bringing Edict to the table. That's what I got. I mean, that's what I got. I got Edict. We'll play with it, I guess. So, I think it's slightly better to lead on Plains. It's very awkward I can't Fiddle Push that. I would love to Fiddle Push that. Yeah, I think it's slightly better to lead on Plains. It doesn't... I don't know that it makes a huge difference. Maybe I was supposed to lead on Chapel in case I drew Blue Source into Narset specifically, but that seems pretty low chance. I was probably supposed to play Isolage. I don't know. I think this is close. I think it's probably close enough that it doesn't matter here, honestly, but I don't know. So I'm going to push this elf. That's going to happen. Voice Resurgence. Wonderful. Just wonderful. You'll love to see it. Okay, well, I still think I pushed the elf. I need to slow him down. Slow it down. And then I'm probably Oath of Kaiing Voice. Although if they play like a Legion War Boss here, I probably have to Oath of Kaya that. Alright, doesn't look like a Legion War Boss. Could be like a post-combat sacrifice voice to Eldritch Evolution. Nope, okay, another elf. And another, okay, Elvish Visionary. Well, you know, it would be cool to draw sweepers instead of edicts, or lands. Basically just anything that I didn't draw would have been great. But I drew what, you know, is in my hand here. The 2 edicts after I board out. I have 10 edict effects. I board out 6 of them and draw 2 of the remaining 4. Perfect. Perfect. We're going to find a way, though. We're going to find a way, though. I believe. I believe. Do you believe? It's just every card you can imagine that is good against my edicts. They're all here. Just the anti-edict package. They're all here. And I could have played sweepers. I could have done that. I could have just put them in my deck. The whole time. It was an option I had. Oh boy. So, choked on black mana. In a pretty awful fashion. I think the secret here is that I can't Thoughtseize even though I want to. Huh. This is so close. Because if I just hit the Winota, that's really good. I still think I'm supposed to just cut off the mana. It's a tough way to do it. I would much rather hit Voice of Resurgences, but I think I'm supposed to just cut off the mana and then hopefully draw something else and leave the more mana efficient play for next turn. Just hope they whiff on a land too. I'm playing like a 37 land deck to their 20 or 20. They probably have 22 realistically. I think most Winota decks have 22. But this way, like if I draw Birth of Meletus, I can Thoughtseize. But they have another elf. Right, opponent has drawn very many elves. We drew a 4-drop. That is perfect. So I at least get to take Winota here, which they have. So we played that well. But really dying to the board at the moment. Although, an Arcana of Sun's Grace does kind of lock this up. If we're being honest. I mean, it doesn't lock it up. I'm taking 6 here. Going to 5, and they're playing a 4-3. But a land that doesn't damage me gives me a shot. It does give me a shot. Because Archon would be really good here. And they didn't play it. Archon, or land, come on! Thoughtseize! What are you doing to me? It's unreal, man. We just didn't draw a land in the game. We kept a 3-land hand. It's turn 6. We had 6 draw steps and we whiffed every single one. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll be fine. We're tilted about it. As a chat, we're all tilted about it. I get it. We're going to calm down. We're going to get there. Ah, man, Archon would have been so good. It would have been so good. It was the exact thing we needed. Alright. Grafdigger's Cage. 1 time. No. But this hand's pretty good. I'll take this hand. Although, Trial of Ambition just always there, right when you just didn't want it. It's just always shows up right at the time where you were like, no, don't, no. No, Trial, go away. But it's here. It's here to stay. It's popping his ugly head up saying, what's up? Alright. They got an elf. I'm going to take this opportunity to kill the elf with a Trial because otherwise you can just never kill the Trial never does anything relevant. But we will get the elf. It's going to be nice. And at some point, we're going to draw spells that matter in the matchup instead of all the bad cards. I can feel it. Voice. It just never goes away, ever. Never. Opponent has had a pretty awkward draw, though. Oh, Shark Typhoon? Hello. Hello, friend. Alright, I am going to Fatal Push this. I don't like doing it, but I'm going to. And then play this Hallowed Fountain tapped, I guess. And we got the combo here. We started the game, or we started the league with the combo. We got the combo at the end. Shark Typhoon, Starfield, Nyx. It's not good. It's what we have. It's not good. It's what we have. That's the theme, I guess. Okay, I feel like I'm probably going to get Winota'd. I think that might be happening here, which I don't love. But I think that might be happening here. What do you think the chances are this is a Winota? Basri's Lieutenant? Okay. That was very much not Winota. I'll accept that, I guess. I don't really understand that, but it's fine. So now that I can't trade with it, I think I am definitely supposed to just leave the shark back because blocking it next turn is worth more life, presumably. The Basri's Lieutenant is interesting, I think. Alright, so a lot of good draws here. Cage would be one of them. Isolated Chapel, not one of them, as it turns out. Second Starfield of Nyx, also not one of them. Alright. My shields are way down. Do your thing. Do your thing. This is what I got. I got a combo that's kind of loose. Just a little loose. But they're not set up to have a crazy Winota turn. Even if they Winota, they get one trigger, which hit or miss. I mean, we saw Winota miss. We saw Winota hit. Could go either way. Alright. Winota's in. This is happening now. This is happening. Come on, what's happening? Not the 7-drop. PN Kieran? Okay. Yeah, I can deal with it, I guess. That's still, like, atrocious for me. Not gonna lie, that's still real bad. But if I can answer Winota, I kind of like where I'm at. Sweeper! Verdict! Plez! Just one time, deck. Just give me a verdict. I don't ask for that much. Just one time. I would take anything that kills Winota, too. That would also be just acceptable. Ah, ECD's a mana short. No. Oh, boy. So Cage would also be okay. It's certainly not good. But I would take Cage. I just have to bottom both of these. I need anything that does anything. We're looking for anything that does anything. Oh, that's a lot of bodies in play. Okay. Verdict. Perfect. You're 20 turns late. I love it. Gosh darn it, man. Well, I can maybe survive this turn. I think it's pretty unlikely that I do, but I could maybe survive the turn. So, we'll see. I can block a lot of the things. If Winota whiffs a lot, which is not likely to happen, but if it did happen, I think we have a shot. Only 4 looks? Only 4 looks? It's only 4 looks? Tide Taker, that's kind of a whiff. No, that's also kind of a whiff. Not Ingress Marauders. Okay, second one note is also kind of a whiff. Not Ingress Marauders. Not Ingress Marauders. On this one. Let's go! We out here. Alright. So, how are we blocking? I can't kill those, which are the ones I want to kill. I need to make sure I stay alive. Which probably involves blocking no alright, I'm gonna block here, 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 here. No. Block like that, block like that, block like this. So I'm taking like 7 here if they sack. I think that's fine. I don't love it, but I do think it's fine. Okay. Okay, and I get to keep my Shark Typhoon, which is good. Another Tith Taker. Oh, you don't love that. Oh, play out another thing. Just don't be a voice, though. Another Bazoo's Lieutenant. Let's go. We got the verdict now. So we just have to beat 3 1-1s and we're at 8. Okay. Okay. Winota whiffed heavy, and that was awesome for us. We're going to bring back this Omen of the Sea, get some sweet, sweet Omen value. Ah, that's sweet, sweet Omen value. Do I want Birth? Not really. Trial's actually good, though. I think Trial's actually good. So I'm going to top Trial. Okay. So, we're starting the turn with a Sweeper. I think everyone agrees on that. We're going to do that. Those make 2/2 knights? What? Oh no! I have horribly misjudged what was happening with this card. Okay. We are back in a lot of danger. I thought that worked differently than it did. Can I live? Can I live? I can block. Oh, I take exactly lethal. I didn't know how Bazoo's Lieutenant worked. We've made a grave error. Maybe they sacked the wrong thing. It's possible. They didn't sack the wrong thing. You know, I think I had to make the play I did. Maybe they miss it? Maybe they don't attack all? I didn't know Bazoo's Lieutenant had other text. Don't attack all! No! Come on! Gosh, man. Frickin' Winota. I bet you the next card is Grafdigger's Cage, too. Of course, Moto won't let me see it. Thoughtseize. Well, that wouldn't have helped very much, for being honest. Alright, Grafdigger's Cage, nowhere to be found at any point, anytime we needed it. We drew it once in, like, the 4 rounds. Well, that's a tilt. That is a tilt, but I will say those games were crazy. I think I had a pretty good time. Now I know next time I'm playing a meme deck in Pioneer, just put 4 Grafdigger's Cages in the sideboard, and that's probably going to be good. So we know. Now we know. Yeah. Alright, that's where we're at. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Really appreciate it. Remember, if you like this video and want to see us making more of them, please like and subscribe. It really helps us grow the channel. We really appreciate it. Also, check out the giveaway. I know if you're watching, you probably have seen it, but if you're subscribed to the channel, you're eligible to win from the giveaway we're doing next week on Friday. And there are a lot of sweet cards we're giving away, so check it out. And with that, I'm out of here. I'll talk to you guys next time.